Okay guys, so I just did a video on grooming a horse, and I picked out Bugsy's feet, or at least I picked out her first foot. And then I realized that a lot of people have issues with picking up horses' feet, so I figured I'd do a video while I've got her standing here on how to pick up a horse's foot, and I'll show you how I do it. And I'm sitting on the ground. Yes, I am pretty much underneath Bugsy, like right now my head's touching her belly. Could she kick me right now? Sure. Is she going to? No, she's got this foot cocked. She put it down because I mentioned it. But could she kick me? Sure. Is she going to? No. Is she going to run me over? No. Bugsy is very good about me being down here. So first I'm going to show you how I pick up the front feet. So what I like to do is I like to go from the shoulder and run my hand down the horse's leg and lean into them. That should ask the horse to pick up their foot, and I like to grab onto the pastern and pick up at the pastern. It just encourages that bend in the leg a little bit more. So if you have a horse that doesn't like to pick up their foot, what you can do is take your elbow and you put it behind their knee and ask them to bend it. Again, pushing into them. You always want to make sure that you're setting the horse off onto its other side so that this leg is not bearing weight. And when you put your elbow into this knee, it encourages the horse to bend because the knee bends forward. Now the back feet are a little bit more complicated. A lot of horses don't like to pick up their back feet as much. It's just a little bit more uncomfortable. Bugsy does this sometimes when her hips are really bothering her. But she knows that I went to that one. Now I'm going to probably go to this one because we always do front, back, back, front. So I go in a loop around her. But so what you're going to do if your horse doesn't have issues with picking their back feet up, you're going to lean on their hip, run their leg down, and pick up at that pastern. And there you go. And if you're going to clean a horse's hoof out, put your knee behind their knee. That way if that horse decides that, you know, he really doesn't want you being down there, or she doesn't want you being down there, when the horse brings its foot back to kick out, it'll knock you out of the way. Also, they can't really cow kick you like that. And it just makes it so that you're in a little bit safer of a position. Now, if you have a horse that doesn't like to pick their feet up, this is a little bit of a different strategy. You're again going to lean into them so that you shift their weight, because that's the basis on any sort of picking a horse's foot up. So you're going to take your hand that's furthest away from the horse, and you're going to put it on their knee, on the front of their knee, or their hock. And then you're going to take your hand that's on the side closest to the horse, you're going to put it underneath the pastern. You're going to lean, and you're going to put pressure on the bottom of the fetlock and push on the back of the knee. But anyhow guys, let me know if that helps you any. This is what I do with horses that don't like to pick up their feet. I do it with Waco because he's a navicular horse. He doesn't like to pick his feet up very much, especially the back ones, just because then he has to put more weight on the front. So I implement these on him as well. But he's pretty good. She gets irritated though if I continue to pick her feet up in silly ways. So again, let me know if that helps you, and we're going to end it there.